Broadcast live.
Folks, it's that time of the year again. Not verse of the month, verse of the year time. We're doing things a little different this time. We have a panel of judges who need your help to decide the top 10 verses of the year. You get to pick from a pool of 20 dope, crazy verses from 2019 and help us crown the best verse of 2019.
Kings and queens for life, never forget you're a daughter of his might, never small you are.
The reason you're here is because we don't trust the public.
His life, never forget you're a son who brings more light in a save a nation. Oh.
Peace, peace, peace. What up, Stogie? Verse of the year. Verse of the year. Not month. Usually I'm chilling here alone.
Voting.
Lonely. Now I got folks with me. It's beautiful. The reason, you know, I'll let everyone introduce themselves. And I'll tell you why they're all here. Madame. Strong black female lead.
If only you knew. Anyway, I'm Ms Cosmo, hip-hop DJ, radio presenter on 5FM.
Nice. Zubz the last letter. Legendary golden mic holder, ill round rider.
Yes!
Wow, pressure. I'm just Lee, I love hip-hop and I've been supporting the community, so that's me. I'm just, yeah.
And I go by the name of DJ P-Kuttah, turntablist, DJ extraordinaire.
Beautiful. Yeah. All right, so the reason you guys are here, thank you again for gracing us with your presence. The reason you're here is because we don't trust the public. We don't trust the public. We let them, you know, we gave them a list of 20 of some really amazing verses that I handpicked myself.
Yeah, that's why you don't trust the public.
Nah, yes, so you know, from the winners from the year, from number ones, from number twos, and some strong number threes, you know. And we gave them a list of 20, and they came back with this list of 10. So the people voted as their number 10, Towdee Mac.
Let the stress out on the rap. How we mapped out on the net, like check, mapped down on the map. Mapped down sound on the neck, like check how I flex out on wax, like about to bite down.
I really dig this verse, man. There's actually a certain paragraph that I really like where he just switches up from like from English to Setswana. And the flow is just like, yo, it's incredible, man.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing I really love about Towdee is how effortless he is when it comes to like just going from Setswana to English, you know? And he's really dope. And I don't think it's a 10.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a 10. I think it's a really strong verse, and I don't think it deserves to be a number 10.
So my thing is that, I mean, I agree with what P-Kuttah is saying. I don't think that it should be a number 10 at all. And I think that the way that Towdee flips in between Tswana and English is like effortless. Like, you know, in tennis, there's that thing called the sweet spot. Like if you hit the racket, Towdee, when it comes to rhyming and flow, he's always on the sweet spot.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's not trying, you know what I mean? And I think that there's a lot that can be said for that because it sounds like it's what he's meant to be doing. Do you know what I mean? It's like effortless. So that's what I like about it. When I just listened to it, I just took it from the perspective of like, if I didn't know the person and I listened and I'm somebody who loves hip hop, what would I think about it? And I'm like, this guy's like enjoying what he's doing. It's like that thing, it makes me want to listen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
What I like about it is that he can still keep the flow of the verse, even when he's gone from English all the way through into Tswana. And it's always, and even the way that he kind of switches up with some of his words, it's like, okay, did you intentionally do that? How do you do that in English and in Tswana?
Yeah.
That's exactly, exactly.
Because it's experience.
Yeah,
Experience does that.
Yeah, and I think that he's on the bottom part. I mean, he was on the number 10 because it's got a lot to do with like profiling.
Yeah.
That's what I think it was.
For me, I liked 2 songs from this whole 10, like really, really liked them. This one was one of them. Songs. This one was one of them, like really. But as far as the verse goes, though, this was my number 10 as well. I agree with the people as far as the verses are concerned. Out of the 10, this one is my number 10.
Also my number 10.
Wow.
I really, really enjoyed his verse, but it was also my number 10.
This is top 5 for me.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Me too. That verse was the top 5 for me too.
Number 10, huh?
Number 10, bro, number 10. And it's not because it's a weak verse. It's because the other 9 were stronger verses. It's not even that deep.
I think if I were to possibly even swap them around, it might be possibly with the number 9 that's on the existing listed right now. Potentially maybe just moving positions. But outside of that, he was in my bottom 10.
Okay.
Well, you know, you don't really hear Towdee that wild out too much like this. You know what I mean? Usually Towdee's the guy who produces. He's the guy who does hooks. You know, so to know that, I mean, yo, he's on a song with a Coolie Chana, a whole Coolie Chana, and
he actually
outshined.
He did better.
And I know it's not, it's not that kind of competition, but I'm just saying, like,
he had the stronger verse.
He had the stronger verse, and it was not just a stronger verse. He does so much in the verse.
Yeah, man, like just the patterning, yo.
We're not even declining that. I mean, I find a lot of the time when Towdee actually features in songs, he shines more than the artists that he's featured on.
I'm gonna throw this out. I think Towdee Mac's verse is better than ProVerb's verse. I think Towdee Mac's verse is better than P-Dot's verse. I think Towdee Mac's verse is better than Touchline's verse. I think Towdee Mac's verse is better than Rouge's verse.
But we're not talking about Rouge yet. We're still on Towdee.
Yeah, true that.
Okay.
We're gonna get to Rouge though.
Let's leave the number 10 vacant for now.
For now, I'm happy to do
Okay.
I'm cool to do that. Our number 9, Nandile.
I got a call and I got a target. I'll finish off what I started. I ain't bothered by any means. The nigga lover, a gimmick under a trigger. Brother niggas dropping balls. I'm dropping bars. I sing a lot.
The verse is really, really strong. The verse is really strong. And it's like, you know how exciting it is when you do these lists to come across a new person. You're like, oh no.
I was actually happy to hear, like, okay, here's a fresh one. Because everyone else I know.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Funny enough, for me, because I actually had her at number 10 on my list.
Okay.
And the only reason why I had it down there was because she's the rookie. Not necessarily because she's new is why I put it there. It's just that it's very difficult for a new artist to actually come through and just shine off the get. You kind of still got to build that reputation, you know what I mean? There are some exceptions that have come through and have actually like popped from the beginning. But normally, like artists rap, especially lyrically, they take time to actually, become
Sounds like you're judging her rap more than her verse.
No, not even. I'm just saying like
so far it had nothing to do with that verse.
No, I'm just saying that like with the way I approached the verse was like, okay, cool. I listened to what she had to say. She had bars, man. Like one of my favorite lines that she had was, I'm laughing because I'm fucked up. Got a weird mind, laughing because there's a nigga who hurt me and lost pride. And I'm like,
But listen, but let me tell you something. The thing about Nandile is that for me, when I listen to her, honestly, of everybody, this is the one that I listen to over and over again. Nandile gave me that whole thing of like, I love hip hop. Like she carried that metaphor, like that whole cat into, like she carried that whole metaphor. That takes a lot. She carried them, like she held it, and there was no point where you were like, oh stop, okay, we get the point. I was just like, each and every time I'm just like, excuse me?
She's dope. Like she's on this list. She's on the top 10 for a reason because she's dope. You know what I mean? I just feel that she still has a bit to grow from a lyrical point of view. You know what I mean? She's dope, no doubt, but I see her becoming much doper than what she is right now. She's gonna grow. Like she's gonna grow and she's gonna be an amazing artist, amazing writer in the future. I think right now, compared to everybody else, she's running the race, but she's not in the front lead. You know what I mean? She's still getting in there.
So here's the thing for me with her, right? I think that it's like, she's like the rookie and everything, The way I approach the entire list is that I just put everybody in the same, like, I wasn't like, I tried to not think about who is who and whatever. I just kind of went in with it. And honestly speaking, for me, Nandile was in my top. For me, when I think of like what a rapper should be, the metaphor, like the fact that I could hear everything she was saying, the way that she just rapped, you know what I mean? And I felt that she was rapping circles around a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like in my mind, and not even just people who are on the list, people who could have been on the list that weren't there. Like that's what I think it was. I feel like Nandile, like she raps circles around people. That was my thing with her. I just was like, wow. And when somebody delivers with like this energy, it's like that thing of like that cadence, that cockiness, that like don't even touch me.
I like the arrogance on the song because she like came off on some like, and what is that other line that I actually like? I'm lyrical. Why the fuck would you call me a FMC?
Exactly. Exactly.
I feel that's a term that we actually need to kind of like
get rid of. And in her saying that line,
we need to get rid of it because MCs are MCs, man. You know what I mean?
She's like, you see a dame. me, I see.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The thing about her, she was also in my top 5, by the way. I'm with Leslie on this one. She was in my top 5, and I was pleasantly surprised at how dope she was.
Yeah.
She was comfortable. It wasn't forced. She didn't play up the woman thing, you know, because a lot of people like to play up the woman thing. She didn't play it up. Instead, she kind of, I mean, you can't ignore it, so she acknowledged it, but she didn't play it up.
Yeah.
That's different, you know? And another thing that really zoned me out about how she rolls, for me personally, is that when you're able to take a metaphor, man, and play with it like that, you've got something to you. There's something there.
Yeah.
She's talking about, I've been rapping since 9.
Yeah. And I believe
tell she has.
I believe it.
Because I hear it.
You can definitely.
Yeah, you can tell.
When you heard that, you were like,
when you whip out the rookie card, I'm like, yeah, she's been rapping
rookie in the
since
game,
9.
but rookie in the game,
of
yeah,
course, I
you know
get
what I
that.
mean?
But I'm just saying, skills-wise, not rookie at all.
Yeah.
And the reason why she was up there in my top 5 is because top 5, bro.
Relax.
She was in my top 5. I'll give you the number I gave her. She was number 3. Which will blow your mind.
Yeah, she was in my top 3 actually.
That's amazing. Killed that bar for bar thing.
Yeah, she did. It was. Listen, the thing is, if you play that verse, listen, if you play that verse to anybody like around the world who loves hip hop, everybody was gonna have like a reaction, like, what's happening here?
Verse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know you guys are out here trying to act all weird, but I keep telling you, if we're talking verses, if we're talking bars, if we're talking writing and skill, presence, delivery. Yo, man, she's ambidextrous, talking about how she's. Come on.
She sound like she got some growing to do.
That's what I think. Amazing. I think that she is dope, but she's still gonna grow. She's still gonna become.
She says I'm fucking
better.
niggas both ways. I'm ambidextrous. That means why are you continuing? That means blah 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 2 ways. If you forgot the message.
There are people who are on the list who are higher who don't even know what ambidextrous is.
They don't even know how to
Wow.
do it.
Oh my God.
That is a bold statement.
No, I know it on the record. You even know who they are. You even know. When I listen to her, it's like I literally am like, I don't know anything else about her or whatever, but this verse, everything, you know when you even find yourself listening to something and you're like, I can't believe you actually said that, and you're like kind of like side laughing and all of that stuff. And the whole thing about her over explaining things, I kind of get that, but because you and Zubz are like smart rappers, so you know what I mean? But you guys are smart, you know? There's a lot of other people on the list who are not. No, it's
But it's also not fair to judge
not in a bad
people's
way.
DNAs and the experience of the year. This is the experience of the year award. We don't care how long you've been in the game. We care whether this verse.
She's doper than. She's doper than.
To you, this verse. Sorry. To you, this verse is not stronger than Towdee.
I can't
It's
compare.
not stronger than Towdee.
I'm saying Nandile it is stronger than Towdee.
Yeah, it is stronger than Towdee.
Yes, I had a higher up on the list.
Okay. Lee, it's
I
stronger.
had a high. I had
It's not.
I don't think it is. Yeah.
I don't think it is. The 3 of y'all beat me and Kuttah. So we kind of have to accept that Towdee goes back to number 10 and Nandile stays at number 9 until we go further. All right, number 8 is ProVerb.
It's an old and a new generation. I do meditation with flows in a stoop pen and paper. Assume it's a state pen. Cause it's way too many bars. Anyhow, you can escape it if you ain't mistaken. Me for an old fool cause I'm old school. But when it comes
I think it's really dope that he still has that skill, even though he doesn't do it so often as everybody else. You still have to practice, you still have to hone your skill, you still have to be in the studio all the time to get better. He's just like, okay, you want a verse sharp, I'll give it to you tomorrow.
And that's the thing.
You know?
It's like if a tennis player plays tennis, or if a footballer or whatever, you've got to keep doing it the whole time to become a better version of yourself. Here's the thing, Verb is a dope rapper. Like, he's like a dope MC. That's never gonna change and everything. But this is where, and maybe I shouldn't, I mean, then I'm like shooting myself in the foot, where the whole history and catalog comes in. I can't help but be like, I've heard doper things from Verb. I can't help but think it's like, it's just because I can still do it and it's a hobby, I just went in and, you know what I mean? And still, given when he does that, he's doper than everybody else.
Yeah.
But for me, this verse, I was like, I wish there was another Verb verse that was in there.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's what I feel. I feel like there are so many other verses from him that could have been in here, even from like before, that still would have.
Competing with Verb right now?
Exactly.
No, he's
Uncle
got-
Verb is competing with Stero on the song. And since Stero is not here, the hip hop hero is not here, we're judging the verse.
No, but what I'm saying is that we're judging the verse and everything, and I mean, I'm saying that for me, this is not like a dope verse. It's not like dope. It's like And unfortunately also because I compare it to what I know that he can do. And I do wish that there was a different verse of his that was here. Because I have to say, Verb is like, he's a dope MC.
The verses came through from 2019, correct? So it's only from 2019. What else did he kind of feature on in 2019?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
There's one or two things, but the one better than this.
Okay.
The one better, in my opinion.
And also the whole thing about it just being a hobby, it comes across. Do you see what I mean?
My problem with this verse was that it was too short.
Okay.
That's what I felt.
You liked it.
I liked it, yeah, I did like it. I mean, it's pro in every sense of it, you know what I mean? The rapid fire, the metaphors, the wordplay, you know, that's what you expect from pro.
Yeah.
Do I think it was better than most of these guys on this list? Not really. Not really. It's a good verse. It's a dope verse. But I think there's better verses on this top 10 than that
really,
one,
that's exactly what it boils down to.
But I mean, what was this line? I do meditation with flows through pen and paper. Assume it's a state pen. You know, like that's just your typical.
Verb, yeah.
That's your typical verb.
Yeah,
you know,
verb.
like when I heard it, I was like, oh, there we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, even when Verb is not at his peak, he's still better than like most.
people.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like,
That is true.
And I think the fact that we said Verb and then he says Thierry Henry, there's obviously a league of MC we're talking about.
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
Right?
That.
But I agree with you guys when you say it's for fun now.
Yeah.
It's a side gig. He hasn't been in the game. So, of course, you're Thierry Henry, but these guys are in the game. They are on it every day.
and hip hop has a lot to do with how hungry you are, right?
Technique is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the other people on this list.
Game ready.
Yeah, how game ready you are. Hip hop is about how hungry you are,
But
how
we
game
also
ready
can't
you
ignore
are.
the fact that the people still voted for him to be on this top 10.
No, I think he deserves to be in the
that's a
top
big
10
deal.
list.
You know
but
what I mean?
yeah.
Regardless of him.
I think ProVerb, I think Nandile's verse, I didn't think it was better than ProVerb's, but in the context of this and what you guys have presented, I would say Verb as number 10.
Was he your number 10?
He was not my number 10. He was like my number 9 because I have my number 10. Yeah, I'm gonna speak about my number 10. But no, I would say Towdee. Me personally, I would say Towdee Mac's verse and Nandile's verse.
Much higher than
Much higher.
I
than
agree.
Verb.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I actually also.
Yeah, I agree.
So Verb is number 10, Towdee is number 9, Nandile is number 8.
Ooh, Nandile keeps creeping up. I'm
Yeah, she's
good. I'm
creeping
happy
up,
with
Listen.
that. I'm happy with that.
Our number 7 is a previous verse of the year winner. He won Lyricist of the Year at the Sahas. He's always kind of in the conversations around lyricism and rapping. Ginger Trill.
Really the Don Suave.
Really the
Gang, gang.
Really the Don
Gang, gang.
Suave.
Gang signs out the window like we've been affiliated. Yen dope. Me and Terry go back like the Waynes bros. They don't want the twin smoke like 4 pipes, but you been slow. Gang joke. Got the gang know what's the end goal. Fuck you info.
Here's my thing with Ginger. He sounded muffled.
Yeah.
You couldn't hear what he was saying.
There was portions where I was just like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's like they did his verse greasy, right? It didn't sound good, and he didn't cut through.
Yeah.
He didn't cut through. And
Yeah,
Ginger,
like how he normally does,
Ginger
right?
cuts through. He cuts through.
Because
The
that was
lines are
also the
there.
problem that I had, and this is what I was telling T earlier, was that I had to holler at him to actually ask him, like, dude, can you like just rap out this shit slowly for me? Because some of these words I can't hear.
You
Like,
have a lot of airtime.
You put me on the panel to talk about verses. I'm gonna dig, man. I'm gonna dig.
Remember you won the 8 Mile challenge. Don't even.
Yeah, no.
You know, I'm
For
gonna
me,
dig.
I'm not calling people. I'm listening to the song and I'm judging what they
Yes.
mixed and how you muffled those words.
Yes.
I'm not gonna call you. You
Yo,
know,
if
you're my guy.
if you're rapping
my
and people
number
can't hear
7.
you, it's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
It's already a lot.
He was your number 7.
He was my number 7.
So you agree with the people?
Super down. Yeah, I agree. He was super down that list.
Lee?
I had him a little bit higher,
Okay.
but it's like, I mean, now when I hear what everybody's saying, do you know what I mean?
No, I don't. What do you mean?
No, I mean, I'm hearing the argument with regards to him being muffled like that. That's what I didn't actually notice for some reason. Maybe because I have superior hearing. You know? Okay. It's like my DNA is like another level.
So when you broke it down, what was he saying?
When you called him, yeah, sure.
So do you guys actually want me to he sent me the rhymes, bro. He sent me the rhymes.
Yeah, but you don't read rhymes.
Yeah, we don't need the whole breakdown. Just what's good.
Okay, so what I was just trying to pick up was
why I was muffled.
Yeah,
what he
basically. So he was just like, yo, he's patterning in the way he was trying to force through the raps, right? Might have kind of come up because you can hear the way he actually patterns it. He goes through it pretty. So he couldn't rap. Okay. Yeah, you know. Like,
alright. So I would say because he couldn't rap to enunciate his.
Yeah, that scores you down, man.
Like,
yeah, because that's what you do. You're an
because that was the biggest problem I had. I just couldn't hear him.
And then therefore, let it be a lesson to you. Your bars are amazing, but we cannot hear. So how do we know?
Yeah, that's. I would have taken the engineer messed me up. We recorded it.
Yeah.
But no, it was my fault. Okay, so I would say Ginger. I think it's still kind of stronger than Verb, but that deficiency.
I'd agree.
Yeah?
I'd agree with that.
Okay, so Nandile up, Nandile 7.
Don't mess with Nandile.
Towdee Mac 8.
Yes.
ProVerb 9. Ginger 10 or ProVerb 10?
Honestly, Ginger had a better verse, but that thing disqualifies you.
Damn.
That you guys even chose that to put on this list.
Damn.
Is you're doing Ginger a disservice.
Yo,
you're making it sound whack. You're like the sound engineers.
To me, I wish that Anubis was the verse. The verse from Anubis made it on here.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, that would have been such a dope verse.
I think Ginger's
I feel like everybody attacking my character right now because I made the list.
Are you the guy who engineered the Ginger joke?
No, I didn't.
Are you the guy who selected the list?
I thought
Did you
this
vote for the masses?
Own it.
Did you vote for the masses?
I did not vote for the masses,
Okay.
but I thought this was better than Anubis. But he's so wild about this Anubis.
Yo, no, Anubis is like crazy.
Dumi's feelings there.
All right, okay.
So
Ginger 10.
Ginger 10.
Ginger's at
Dumi's gonna send us all home.
Nandile
at number
8.
7.
No, Towdee.
Towdee at number 8.
Please stop messing with Nandile. I'm telling you.
Alright, we're moving on. PdotO.
I woke up screaming fuck the world. I puff chest, yes I puff my chest like what's next. I done been through it. I've seen hell, shit I lived through it. Y'all can't tell me shit. It's real life. Y'all think it's just music.
Here's the thing, and I have to say this to you guys. PdotO doesn't have the biggest profile, right, in hip hop. He's got a reputation for being a spitter and a lyricist and someone who speaks, that like truth and that kind of just like soulful stuff. And I was shocked to see these many people vote for PdotO.
He's got this line where it's like, this is real life. It's not just music. And there's like no metaphors. There's no wordplay. That verse is just pain.
Yeah, it's
pain,
honest, man. It's
pain,
honest. It's introspective.
Right. So that emotion comes out in the verse. You can feel the pain. You can feel the depression and the sadness. And when someone does that, they connect with an audience that feels the same energy, feels the same pain. So no wonder why he was loved by a lot of, because everybody feels pain. And when an artist can deliver your pain,
and listen, when a rapper can deliver pain, that's a whole other level. Because everybody wants a rapper to go in and just like annihilate people,
be like
right?
This, right? And be like this.
Either annihilate or like throw a party, And so when a rapper can be vulnerable and still deliver, that's a skill.
And I think also it's also a even bigger skill when you're taking somebody else's story, because the actual song is C Life's story and his emotion to his child. And the fact that PdotO was able to then articulate that in this verse and kind of deliver that story.
That's what I mentioned it. I think it was this was our number 1, and I'd mentioned that already just the imagine having to articulate someone's story, as requested, and then to do it justice and to really put it forth and is such important and heavy work. You know what I mean?
That's big.
To me, this is high. Yeah. This verse is high. So I'm not changing a thing. Y'all, you tell me what you want to do, but I keep it at 6.
But he's gonna climb. It's
definitely.
I had him in my top 5.
Boom.
There we go.
Boom.
It's definitely the best of the verses we've had so far, so it should be at the top of the list.
Boom. 6.
No doubt.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Broadcast live